Hey everyone, so today's video I want to talk about something a little bit different, and the topic is going to be why everyone doesn't like the Viper, hates the Viper, or doesn't really have any interest in the Dodge Viper. So as you guys know, that car, this car, and different variations or generations of it have come and gone. And I want to find out from you guys what your opinion is on why there isn't too much interest on these cars, and why they, I guess, FCA, Chrysler, Dodge, whatever you want to call them, why they have had to cancel the Viper, and why their sales were so low, and why currently Dodge doesn't really have a supercar. Some people, there's a lot of arguments on whether the Dodge Demon does classify as a supercar or their halo car. I guess it is their halo car, but Dodge had a supercar per se. I know some people might also argue against that, but they did have, Chevrolet has the Corvette, Dodge had the Viper, now Dodge just has muscle cars. So nothing wrong with that by any means. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying at the moment there is some speculation that FCA, Chrysler, Dodge, they are going to come out with another kind of more track oriented car again, because right now most of their stuff is more drag related and straight line, the V8 stuff. So I want to know from you guys what you guys think. Just before I touch base on that, I just want to talk about this for 2 seconds. I'm just waiting for that pulley to come back. So I'm waiting for that supercharger pulley to come back. It currently isn't on the vehicle. We removed it in the last video. Once the Pro Charger pulley comes back, then we can get back to cracking on this thing, but hopefully that thing comes back from the carbonite coating. So here's the Viper. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this one in itself is a 2000 ACR model. I feel like I can at least touch basis on this subject since I own one. I haven't owned more than one. Some people have had different models, different versions, whatever. This one's a 2000 ACR, and I've done a bunch of tasteful mods. Those of you guys that have been following along on the channel or have creeped maybe some of the older videos have seen I've done the full build on this car on YouTube. So all the old videos have every single mod that I've done to this car on YouTube. So check that playlist. I'll link it above right here so you guys can check that playlist. Every single mod, we've done almost full bolt-ons on this thing and documented everything. But with that being said, so this is what I want to talk about is Dodge has they kind of discontinued production twice on this thing, or Vipers, not this thing in particular. So it went from 92 to 95 was the first generation. Some people kind of like to interpret this slightly different, but 92 to 95 was Gen 1. 96 to 02, which is this style, or they did have the Roadster, but at least the Gen 2. So 96 to 02, and then it went 03 to 06. And then after 06, there actually was no 2007 model for whatever reason. They extended production of 06s. So you might see quite a few 06s. And then 2007, like I said, they took a break. Not necessarily a break, they were still producing 06 models, but 2008, they came out with a 4th gen model, which looked very similar, but it did have a substantially upgraded engine along with some other components as well. And that went till 2010, where they finished production, and also you guys have probably seen some of those ACRs. So it seems like there's a tradition where Viper, Dodge, they like to finish out the production line of that vehicle with the ACRs. So this being a 2000, it was towards the end of the cycle for this generation. Same thing with the 4th gen ACRs. It was towards the end of that life cycle for that platform. And then this is where Dodge, they shut down. They didn't make any cars from 2010 to 13. And then in 2013, there was actually a 5th gen. That's when the 5th gen came out. And then if those of you guys have been following along, by today, 2013 went to 2017, and now they're out of production again. So this is what I want to talk about. So there's a lot of speculation on why that is. Some people say it's bad marketing on Dodge's part. They didn't really market the car, but then there's a lot of counterpoints. So some people sit there and say that why would they market a supercar? There was arguments on that, but why would they market something like that? You don't see commercials on TV for Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all that sort of thing, so why would Dodge do any different? But My opinion on that, and this is where I want you guys to kind of chime in on the comments and let me know what your opinion is on all the stuff, anything that you hear in this video. I want to hear your feedback. So my opinion is they should have done similar marketing as they did with the Dodge Demon. They did a really good job hyping that car up, getting people interested, teasing people, releasing videos. I think it was weekly, and they did a really good job of marketing that thing, and I think that was part of the reason for its success. I know that it's a lot of really good performance attributes to the Dodge Demon, but at the same time, they did a really good job marketing that car. So is it the marketing? Is it the fact that this thing has an odd firing V10 in it rather than a V8? A lot of people argue that it's a truck engine, even though it's not. It's a completely aluminum block, and it was developed in design or with assistance from Lamborghini, because back in the late 80s, you guys can probably Google this, but there was actually Dodge Chrysler was affiliated with Lamborghini, so they helped the technology that went into this engine. Has nothing to do with the V10 truck that was in the Dodge Rams in the mid 90s, so they're not even related. That one was a steel block, all sorts of different things like that. But what else is it? Is it the price of the car? Is it the fact that it's just a full-blown race car? It's gruesome. There was a lot of reports of crashes. A lot of didn't have ABS. This one doesn't have ABS. Yeah, I mean, I want to hear what your guys' opinion is. What do you guys think it is the reason why these cars have gone in and out of production, and would you guys like to see it come back into production? Do you think it'll come back into production? I'm curious. And I want to finish this video off with what do you guys want to see me do with this car, because I've done almost everything I could possibly imagine with this car. And as far as I love making these videos on YouTube, so you guys could probably, those of you that are following along for a while, you guys have seen I've made a ton of videos on this Ram, and part of the reason why I enjoy making it is because it allows me to engage with you guys. You guys, for the most part, enjoy the videos. I get feedback on it, and they get views. And I just like producing content that people are gonna watch. I mean, I think you guys can agree with me that if I'm gonna produce something, I might as well, or I would be interested in making something that people wanna watch. And for the truck, that's been the case. So all those videos that I made for the truck, for the most part, you guys have been following along. You guys have been doing some of the mods that I've been doing or suggesting, which is awesome. I like it. The engagement that I get back with you guys is cool. And I'm appreciative for everything that's happened so far and how much the channel's grown. But with that being said, I've done probably as much, if not more, extensive mods to this car with no love. So those videos barely, and I'm not complaining or anything, I'm just more curious what you guys think it is. I've done so much stuff to this car, and the videos have like a few hundred views, if that. I think part of it might be there's not too many of them out there, and a lot of the videos that I've done have showed you how to work on them, and in total there's not that many out there. People aren't really driving them too much, they're just kind of being stored. So maybe that's part of the reason people don't mod them as much as maybe one of these trucks per se. But I want to hear your comments in the comments below, or your feedback on what you guys think it is. And we're going to be removing the transmission from this car because it's a 2000. I think I was saying in another video, it is leaking at this point. So some seals are gone, maybe a bearing or so, but we're going to crack it open, send it off, and we'll get this thing rocking again so we can start doing some fun stuff with it. But I'm just curious what is with the car, or what kind of content you guys want to see with this car to maybe get you guys interested in it. Since it's here, it's sitting here. I think this thing is badass, and then this is what everybody wants to see. I mean, there's tons of these trucks on the road. I'm not knocking this truck. I love this truck, but at the same time, this thing is very rare, but doesn't garnish the same attention that this truck does. So anyways, we still have both on the channel. And then I want to get into what we're going to do with the truck eventually in another video, but let me know what you guys think. With that car, do you guys want to see certain things? I don't know. What's the reason why nobody likes this thing? Is it any of the, I guess, points or topics or, I guess, things that I've brought up in this video that you think the reason why nobody likes the Viper, or is it something else I haven't mentioned? Let me know your feedback in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinion. Maybe we can get to the bottom of it. Maybe we can get a little bit more popularity going with this car on the channel or in general. But I'd love to hear your feedback. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up for me. I know most of the Viper stuff doesn't get thumbs up, but I want to hear your feedback. And thanks so much for your support, guys. It really means a lot. I do appreciate all the feedback, support, and all that stuff that you guys give me, and inspires me to keep going. So as always, thanks again. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.